Anne Aleckson, and this season I am super excited to actually be bringing you something that's very close to my own heart. We're going to be spending this entire season talking about peace, about world peace and also inner peace, and how you can take steps to find inner peace in all areas of your life so that you can be a contribution to world peace. So let me tell you in this first episode why peace is so important to me. It was quite a few years ago when I first started doing my work, when I took a shamanic journey with my guides, and they gave me a vision of what a world in peace looked like. And I fell in love with it, as you would. So let me share with you some of that vision that I had that day. And I also want to share with you the vision statement that came out of me going on that journey with my guides. So a world in peace, it's pretty hard to imagine right now, isn't it? Because it would appear that the whole world is falling apart. Everything is going wrong. We've got wars happening, we've got starving children, we've got homeless people, we've got people living in poverty. There are just so many things I could say that we've got. We've got people dying from earth changes and from avalanches and floods and all of these sorts of things. And so it's pretty hard to imagine what a world in peace would look like. So let me share with you what that looked like in the vision journey that I took. It looked like every single human being and sentient being upon the earth knowing their full power, being in the what I call the frequency of sovereignty, or the sovereign frequency, or again the freedom frequency. Every single sentient being stepping into their full power, knowing who they truly are, which, by the way, is, of course, so many of us have heard this, we are simply a drop of God, so to speak, in human form. As I like to say, we are the physical manifestation of all that is, or the physical manifestation of Source. But we don't act like it right now, do we? We don't act like it in any way, shape or form. So this vision that I went on, where I witnessed world peace, where I saw every single child being raised in abundance, where I saw every single living being being taken care of by every other living being. It makes me very emotional to think about it, because I saw this as a future vision, a future possibility, in fact, a future that is going to happen. And I came out of that journey knowing what my part in that journey is. As a being right now that's called Anne Aleckson, my part in that journey is to help other human beings to find inner peace. To find inner peace in their relationships, in their money relationship, in their work that they're doing in the world, because every single one of us has a purpose. Every single one of us knows that purpose at some level. But so many of us don't have the opportunity, or don't have the wherewithal or the resources in order to stop doing the things that aren't part of our purpose and to do only the things that are our purpose. So of course my vision of the future showed every single being living in purpose. Because when we get to a place where the world is in peace, our purpose isn't about the job that we do. Our purpose is about standing in our full power, in our freedom frequency, in our sovereignty, and playing our part in ensuring that every single being around us knows that about themselves, knows themselves as who they truly are. So as I said, I went on this journey with my guides and they showed me peace. They gave me a date as well, which I'm not going to share. It is way past our lifetimes. If you're watching this around the time that I'm living, It's quite a few years away from our current lifetimes. So I'm not going to talk to you about the date. However, what I will say is that my journey here as Anne Aleckson, and your journey here at some level, is to step into inner peace around every single part of your life so that you can contribute to inner peace. As we become peaceful inside, as we deal with all of our demons, as we burn up all of the reasons that we can't be who we know we're ourselves to be, as we release all of our hurts, all of our shame, all of our troubles, we become peaceful inside. And as we become peaceful inside, as vibrational beings, we give off the vibration of peace as we go about our work in the world, or as we go about simply living in the world. There's nothing more required but to come into inner peace within yourself and to take that out and share that out in the world every single day, in everything that you do, whether that's going to a job, or whether it's working for yourself, or whether it's not having a job and being okay with that. You get to choose. You're a sovereign being. You get to make these decisions for yourself. The only way that we can create world peace is to start living our truth, to start knowing who we are, and to start living as though we believe that about ourselves. Living as though we believe we are sentient beings who have a sovereign right to live a good life, a life of abundance, a life really of joy and of fun and of helping other people and of serving each other, not for monetary gain, but simply because we love serving each other. I've gotten a little bit rambly about it because I am very, very passionate about it. So that was the journey that I took with my guides. I walked through an earth that was peaceful, and it wasn't in chaos. It wasn't in chaos, but it will go through even more chaos before we get to the peaceful part. And really our job right now, some of us are here to bring in that feminine chaos energy, not female, but feminine energy. So the energy within us that is feminine. We also have the masculine energy. So some of us here now are here to bring in that chaotic feminine energy to burn the system down, to pull down all of the systems and structures that are not working for us. Please remember that every time I'm talking about pulling down systems and structures, I'm talking about what's going on inside each and every one of us. So pulling down all those parts within us that aren't allowing us to see our power, pulling down all of our hurts and our shames, burning them to the ground so that we can rise again in inner peace to then create outer peace. So as I came out of that journey of seeing the world in peace in quite a few years' time, I became aware of a vision statement that I've been living my life by since that time, around 7 years ago. And that vision statement was this: world peace through inner peace, one person at a time, and it starts with me. So I started immediately working on bringing inner peace into me, in cleaning up all of those blocks and all of those reasons that I couldn't be my full, powerful, sentient, sovereign self. And then I started to allow that out into the world through my teachings and through the work that I do with clients. So I now help people find that inner peace within by burning down, tearing down, ripping out. I speak these words for the power of them. It's a very subtle process because it's energy, it's vibration. We live in an energetic vibrational world. We are energetic vibrational beings. It's a subtle energetic shift to get rid of all those things that are holding you back from being in your full power, and then taking it out into the world, doing it with clients. This way, you see, there are multiple millions of us on this earth. My job is to help you and to help individuals find inner peace so that they can then step into their power. When they step into their power, they then do exactly the same thing. So world peace through inner peace, one person at a time. It takes just one person, and it can start with you and me. We find inner peace within, and then we start sharing it out there in the world. We walk in the world as peaceful beings and vibrationally demand that from everyone else, or command that from everyone else. And eventually it will, just as a pebble in a pond has that ripple effect, this will also have that ripple effect. And so, welcome to season 3 of Anne Aleckson TV. This episode has just been a little introduction, but what I want to say to you is that I'm going to go on search of people who are living in this world in peace, and also people who are teaching peaceful ways of being in the world, and I'll be interviewing them. We're going to have a great season, and I'm, as I said, really excited to be bringing you something that is so, so close to my heart. This is my purpose, this is my reason for being, and I thank you for joining me on the journey.